Well, greetings, Business 10 students. This is Mr. Doucette, and this is week number 2 in our course here at Norco College for Business 10. This is an 8-week course, and we're going to be covering 2 chapters this week. Chapter 5 on how to form a business, and Chapter 6, entrepreneurship and how to start a small business. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I already showed my face there a little bit, but here's my screen. And I'm going to go ahead and here I am on my dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and just go through this week's assignments for you so you kind of know what to expect and explain to you a few things. So here I am on my Canvas dashboard. Yours probably looks very similar, but you want to enter our class. So our class is Biz 10 right here, 35283. It might be different for you depending on the semester, but enter in. You should only have one Biz 10 on your dashboard. I have 2 because I'm teaching 2 sections. And that brings us to our home page here in Canvas. Now remember, this class is 8 weeks long, so every 2 weeks is a new module. So we are finishing Module 1. We started it last week, the first week of class. Now we're into the second week. So we're going to be ending Module 1 with an exam. You need to finish the discussion post, etc. So I'll be going over all those assignments with you. I'm going to go ahead and enter into Module number 1. And as it loads the page, of course, you can see week number 1 at the top of your screen. That's where we did the check-in assignment, the initial one, introducing ourselves. We did a pre-test on Business 10. We had 2 chapters to study, Chapter 1 and Chapter 3. You did the Heart of Business worksheet, which all you needed to do was fill in based off of my video, the form I provided. You had a quiz on Chapters 1 and 3, and then you started your discussion post on how businesses can serve everybody, not just their shareholders. So I'm going to go ahead and move that down. Since you get 2 weeks to do that, I'm going to move it into this week's module, and I'm going to go ahead and change it from start discussion posts to say instead complete discussion posts, because you have this second week to get this done. So I'm going to change it to complete, and I'm also going to change the due date, which I had down as the 23rd, but really it's not due till the 30th in this case. Now if you're watching this video on another semester, it's due this coming Sunday. Anyway, so that's that assignment. I'm going to go ahead and go back to module. And here we are in module number 1, module number 2. And so this week you're going to be you're going to have another check-in assignment on chapters 5 and 6. Chapter 5 deals with how to form your business as far as what you file with the government, whether it be a corporation or an LLC or a sole proprietorship. And then Chapter 6 deals with entrepreneurship and how to start a small business, which are both extremely valuable, especially if you desire to have a business one day. So you have a homework assignment called The Pros and Cons of Business Formation. This is based in Chapter 5. And I'm asking you to tell me, give me one of the 4 different types or 5 different types of business formations they are. And then I want you to kind of explain the pros and cons of it. And why is it a good method to use, and when would you want to use it? And there's some questions to answer in the worksheet that's provided. So just download the worksheet, fill it out, or download it and type in your answers, whatever works for you, and then re-upload it to get your credit. And then again, we're going to complete our discussion post number 1. So when I say complete, what I mean by that is you should have already made your initial post, watched the video, answered some questions. If you didn't do that, you still need to do that, but then you also need to comment on 2 other student posts. And that's what I mean by complete. So when you do that, you get the chance of getting 50 points. If you don't do the comments on other students' posts, the most you could score is 35, which is barely a C. So if you want to get a good grade in this class, make sure you don't miss out on commenting on other students' posts. This is probably the one assignment that most students see drain their grade because it's worth 50 points. That's half the amount of points of an exam, and they don't do 4 of these. It'd be like not taking 2 of the 5 exams if there were 5. So make sure you don't skip that, and then you have your first exam this week, because again, this is every 2 weeks is a new module, so every module ends with an exam. So you have your first exam. It's 40 questions. The last question's actually 41 questions, 40 multiple choice, and then the last one is an essay question, and it's based off of probably one of your homework assignments. So just so you know, if you do your homework, then you're going to be prepared to take the quiz and the exam, and to do the essay that comes into the exam. The essay should be at least a good, solid 10-line paragraph, or a couple of paragraphs, perfect. But don't just give me a sentence. Your grade will be low on the essay portion of the. It's worth 10 points of the exam. So make sure you do that. But that's pretty much it for week 2. The check-in assignment I do want to explain a little bit, because this is even though you did one last week, you thought it was probably just introducing yourself. Well, now from here on out in the class, your check-in assignment is really answering questions from the chapter. So this is my way of making sure, number one, you're checking in, that you're actually logging into our class. You only have a week to do the check-in assignment. It doesn't stay open like my other assignments. So if you don't do it in the week, you can't make it up. It's like attendance in a sense, or class participation. You can't go back and attend a class that's already happened. So you cannot make it up. You have 1 week to get it done. That's my way of making sure you check in. And you'll get 12 points in this case for checking in. Also, part of that check-in is answering some questions from the textbook. So here you have 4 questions, 2 of them based on chapter 5 and 2 of them based on chapter 6. And these are questions that I feel are things you need to know. They'll help you on your quiz. They'll help you on your discussion post. They'll help you on your exams, etc. So they're critically important topics for you to look into, and that's why I direct you there in your textbook. You don't have to give me your answer, just give me what the textbook says. So all I care about, what does the textbook say about the answer to that question? That's all you need to do, unless I ask you in your own words, or what do you think, or your opinion. Other than that, just give me the textbook answer, and you'll get full credit for that. It's basically a complete or not complete. So if you complete it, you'll get a check mark that's worth 12.5 points. If you don't complete it, you'll not get the 12 points. And enough of those will drain your grade. Missing enough of those will drain your grade as well. So that's pretty much it for this week. That's week number 2. And have a great week, everybody. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always available via text or email. I also have office hours. You can find those on the homepage in Canvas. There's a link you can click, and it tells you exactly when I'm available. It's right here at the bottom. You can't see it. It's right behind my picture, but it's kind of there. You can kind of see it under my picture. So yeah, just select that link and it'll bring you into the office hour, and I'll be in there virtually for 1 day a week, and I'm